Hi everyone, thanks for watching. My name is John. I work at Animal Justice Project as a fundraiser. My background is in digital mobilization, which means using online platforms to inspire, to motivate people to take action. And it's all about ultimately creating change in the world. If you don't know who Animal Justice Project are, we're an animal rights organization who work towards an end to animal farming. We primarily do that through undercover investigations and then using the findings to power our campaigns, power education, etc., etc. So I'm going to talk very briefly today about using values-based content to attract supporters to Animal Justice Project. And that's because we want to get more people who share our beliefs involved in our campaigns within the animal rights movement. And that's because the more people we have doing things with us, the more impact we can ultimately have. As you know, there's so much to do. We need to change hearts and minds. We need to lobby and campaign for specific changes along the way. We want to keep people engaged in what we're doing over a long period of time. And we need to raise money to continue having an impact. The way I see it is if we have people's email addresses, then we have a captive audience and we can contact them over a long period of time with multiple actions, multiple ways that they can help step by step us create real world change. So this is all about building that captive audience, building the email list, not for the sake of it, but so that we can reach people when we have something that they can do that helps us get closer to the world we want to see. And ultimately, over the last 7 or 8 years, values-based handraisers have proven to be an incredibly effective way to reach your crowd at a large scale in a cost-effective way. If you don't know much about handraisers, basically they're like a petition, but rather than being about a specific policy ask or addressed to a certain person or being connected to a single specific moment, they're more general. So they take the values behind your organization and bring an issue to life based on those values. I won't talk through this at any length at all because of time, but you can see the example here and I've linked to it later. The key elements, or at least some of the key elements about these, are the simplicity, clear values, strong imagery. On the left-hand side there of this handraiser, the idea is that this issue is summed up incredibly neatly, very simply, and that people can see pretty much at a glance, here's a massive problem. People will be moved by the sad imagery, by this summation of the issue at the top, and if they feel as we do, they immediately will think this is wrong. I have an opportunity here to join an organization, to add my name to something, to be part of a group of people that are fighting against it. And on the right-hand side, social proof speaks to some of that as well. There are thousands of other people who already feel as I do, I can be a part of this movement towards something. A repeated call to action, a really simple form, only asking for the details we need to be able to deliver impactful content to people. And then this is a really key moment. We don't just want to say, would you like to get emails from us? It's a short bit of copy, but it's a chance to inspire people that we are a group that together are fighting against systematic animal cruelty. This is about you being there when we need you. You can actually be a part of something and fighting this issue that we've very quickly, neatly summed up. I like to point people towards dignity in dying. They have used handraiser as a really key way over the last several years of reaching people who care about the issue of assisted dying. But I am a particular fan of this because it's led to real world change. You know, recently the assisted dying bill went through Parliament. I won't talk more about it here, but this is not just about growing a massive list of people. It is very much connected. How can having thousands of people change the world? Facebook, paid ads within the meta universe, focusing on Facebook is the way to do this. Unfortunately, money is necessary in the social media landscape. Money talks. The way to reach the right people at scale you do need a bit of budget. Animal Justice Project, we don't have huge budgets, but we've been able to find a little bit, which has enabled us to get great results. And it's about keeping it simple and jumping out on busy news feeds where there's thousands and thousands of things going on. The simpler, the better. Again, like I showed on the Handraiser page before, we want to bring this issue to life in as simple a way as possible so that when people see it, they say, here's a massive problem. There's an organization that's doing something about it. I'm going to join that group of people. I think it's important always to say testing is key. The algorithm is so strong on Facebook, social media in general. Give it options. Here I've shown a positive image, a negative image. That's just one example where we've given it very different things and said, you find out what works better. In this case, both have actually worked really well. But giving variety, not spending days and days trying to finesse the perfect copy or agree on the perfect image. Give it variety and it can do the work. Using these, we've already, in just over 3 months, got thousands of new supporters. Our email list has significantly grown. I think it's about 60% bigger. We've achieved this under 75p per new supporter, which you're not going to get better anywhere else. Well, compared to other channels, this in the kind of landscape of what is possible to get thousands of new supporters, this is really strong. So what I'll just leave you with is imagine how much more impactful you can be if you have twice as many, 5 times as many, 10 times as many supporters signing your campaigns, lobbying MPs, donating, sharing content. And using values like this through handraisers is a fantastic way to go about in a cost-effective way, getting people on board so that you can have them with you taking actions over a period of time. It's been a whistle-stop tour, so please do reach out to me with any questions. My email address is there, and we'd love it if you would follow us on social media as well. Thank you so much for listening.